So I welcome everyone to Hydrating Mineral Mask. So one of the fabulous things that we're so excited about the new formulation of our Hydrating Mineral Mask is that you really can see the minerals within the actual mask. Let your skin glow absolutely with the fact of those enhanced gold minerals, as well as colloidal silver, copper, zinc, and magnesium. So when you look at all 5 of these different minerals that are incorporated into our biohydrating mineral mask, it really covers the gamut when you're looking at your skin conditions that you're looking to treat, whether it's to maintain, prevent, or correct those specific types of skin conditions. Where colloidal gold is a beautiful skin regenerator, it also works very nicely with conduction. So if you're using a device within your actual practice, this works beautifully to help with that electrical conduction as well. Colloidal silver is a very well-known and medically accepted wound healer, especially for burns. So it works beautifully as an anti-inflammatory and also, once again, speeding up that wound healing process within the skin. Copper, once again, works very, very nicely to help with as an anti-inflammatory as well as healing the skin. It also works very nicely to stimulate that collagen and elastin fibroblast activity. Zinc is an anti-inflammatory, and magnesium actually is essential for our skin's DNA repair. So incorporating that magnesium is also very important, even though it might not necessarily be one that's heavily promoted throughout, but magnesium is very, very good for our skin, especially with the fact that magnesium is easily absorbed. Oh my goodness, tongue twister there for me this morning. Easily absorbed into the skin, and so it works very, very nicely to get your magnesium through your skincare. When we look at the actual mask, and I know a lot of you had asked online, social media, what have you, when you've seen our new model who is promoting the biohydrating mineral mask, is the mask that gold? And here you can see directly on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see this is an actual up close and personal picture of the actual brand new mineral mask. So you can see that it definitely has that beautiful golden color, and it does kind of have a little bit of that glow to it. So once it's applied to the skin, when you look at it, it's just going to be, as I like to say, a little bit more opaque than the actual picture here, where you can see where it's a lot more matte in its color. When you see the actual mask here, it's definitely as gold. It's just a little bit more opaque when you look at it. And with this new formulation, it is definitely bolder, brighter, and balanced to your skin. When we look at how bold it is going to initiate that healing almost immediately in the skin and reducing that inflammation. So redness due to trauma or a skin condition such as acne or rosacea, this is where this mask really has come to the forefront in initiating that healing process. We also have incorporated additional brightening agents. We know that Lira Clinical is known for giving you that brighter, beautiful skin. And with that, we have once again enhanced this product with additional brighteners to inhibit that melanogenesis, but also to initiate the skin's natural glow, to return it to its ideal state of health. And that's where that skin just has that wonderful, beautiful, natural glow, and the skin is automatically brighter. We also want to make sure that our skin is balanced. When we look at that balance, we have now incorporated topical probiotics into this mask. With that, we also have our beautiful hydrators that help to regulate the skin's hydration levels. So if you are looking towards a client that maybe is dry dehydrated, or an acne client, or an oil dry client, all of these things need to be balanced within the skin, whether you need to regulate that balance of oil and water or hydration within the skin, or we're looking towards adding more hydration to the skin with dry dehydrated skin, or balancing sebaceous activity with general overall oily skin. This is where the mineral mask is working beautifully for all of these different skin types, and we will go over those. So one of the primary items that we are so excited about is the fact that definitely we have a brightening boosted. With that, one of the primary brightening agents that we have incorporated into our brand new hydrating mineral mask is going to be turmeric. We know turmeric is a very powerful anti-inflammatory. It also helps to brighten the skin. Overall, fabulous ingredient. And it also has that beautiful golden color that helps to contribute to the mask's wonderful, beautiful, brand new golden color that you can actually see. And with that turmeric, that is where that anti-inflammatory property is initiated and works beautifully to help brighten the skin. We've also incorporated shiitake mushroom. Now, shiitake mushroom is very unique in the sense that the shiitake mushroom extract can easily be compared to 2% kojic acid. So in some of those instances where clients are not able to use kojic acid, shiitake is a beautiful natural alternative that will enable that skin once again to help be brightened and return it back to its natural youthful glow. We also have incorporated bearberry and licorice extracts. Licorice, one of those ingredients that has been used for quite some time, but is almost in a sense making a comeback with its wonderful brightening properties as well as its anti-inflammatory properties. And finally, we have green tea, where it does inhibit that melanin production, but it also is a beautiful and very powerful antioxidant that will help contribute to calming redness, soothing skin, and once again, brightening. When we also look at our next category of ingredients, we really have focused on marine and that balance between earth and sea. When you see that, you see the difference with the vitamin C content that is actually now within the biohydrating mineral mask. We have incorporated both oceanic brown algae, which is a wonderful anti-inflammatory, as well as, once again, boosting and brightening the skin. We also have our freshwater green algae, so we're not just using from the sea, but also from our freshwater lakes and streams. That freshwater green algae is a wonderful component that is going to help protect against that environmental damage. So utilizing the hydrating mineral mask as a post-procedure mask works beautiful and helps to complement all of your finishing products as well as the SPF when you apply it to the skin. And we also have incorporated 2 different forms of vitamin C to help stimulate that collagen synthesis. And we also know that vitamin C is a wonderful brightener and helping to even that skin tone, as well as protecting our skin from that free radical damage. So the oceanic brown algae and the freshwater green algae are really working in tandem with each other, really as a beautiful partnership that we've utilized once again from the ocean as well as our freshwater friends. And we have that to once again keep that and initiate that anti-inflammatory boost and brightening the skin as well. And we also have, let's see here, hang on one second, we have quite a few questions. So with that, just a couple of questions. Can we use this mask post laser treatment with an you want IPL or lower? Just keep in mind that this mask does work nicely, but if you are ablating the skin, dependent upon the depth, you will need to make sure that the skin has epithelialized. After a micropin and some peels, absolutely. And Glennis, you did right where you are supposed to in regards to if you have any questions. So let's move on to our microbiome balance. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen a beautiful picture of radishes because our new topical probiotic that is incorporated into our hydrating mineral mask is Lactobacillus filtrate from the radish root. So this is where we have that wonderful balancing effect on the skin. We know that we help that our skin's microbiome needs to be balanced. We want to maintain that good bacteria on top of the skin, but get rid of the bad. And that is where our topical probiotics work so very nicely, especially directly after any type of procedure where we are working with a device or we are also working with a chemical or enzymatic peel. We've also incorporated Meadowsweet, which is a wonderful natural salicylic derivative, but it helps to release heat from the skin. So where you have performed perhaps a more progressive treatment in regards to on the skin exfoliating, this is where once again that your hydrating mineral mask works beautifully post-procedure. We've also incorporated, once again, that marine life with our seawater. Seawater is very powerful in the fact that it is compliant with your skin's natural hydration. So when you apply it to the skin and incorporate it with additional hydrators, it works fabulous as the skin recognizes it and is very welcoming of those products within the skin to help hydrate and maintain that balanced hydration within the skin. So these three ingredients combined together really help that microbiome of our skin to help make sure that it stays balanced. It has the optimized ability to protect as best as possible from free radical scavengers or foreign body invaders, and it helps to maintain and retain that natural hydration within the skin. And next we have, as with its name, the biohydrating mineral mask. We have H2O, because healing and hydrating. So we have both of those two H's to O make such a wonderful hydrating mask with that healing and hydrating property. You can look towards the mineral mask as we've incorporated now hyaluronic acid as well as aloe vera leaf juice. So with one application, you have the ability to help reduce redness within the skin, immediately initiating that healing as talked about before, and also replenish any lost hydration all in one step. So we know that we absolutely love our hyaluronic acid because it does hold its weight in water, as well as aloe vera leaf juice, a beautiful natural anti-inflammatory that also helps to hydrate the skin. So when we incorporate these into the other antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and brightening agents that we have discussed previous, this makes a beautiful, very potent anti-inflammatory procedure or treatment to help prevent any post-procedure pigment formation. Oh my goodness. Once again, tongue twister, a little bit scary for me this morning. I apologize with that. So when we look at the biohydrating mineral mask, this is wonderful to put in to the refrigerator, utilize it chilled. I've also seen wonderful presentations where you can actually portion out your mineral mask into a glass ramekin and then you put it in an ice bath, and it works so beautifully directly after many procedures to utilize that as a redness reducer. And so that's where a lot of the times where you have a client that might have a reaction to something that was not anticipated, this is where you have your go-to hydrating mineral mask, and I like to call it the redness rescue mask because it is going to take that redness directly out of the skin. It works beautifully if you have your chilled globes that you like to utilize, whether you're using it to massage or to calm the skin down. This is where the mineral mask also is a beautiful partner that you can put those two together and have that nice, calming, soothing treatment back onto the skin. So this, with our biohydrating mineral mask, is definitely your must-have mask. This is an essential product that you should be utilizing and have in your back bar at all times. With the amount of colloidal gold and silver and mineral content within the mask, it is an instant skin luxury to any type of facial, whether you're using it as an add-on or it is the primary treatment protocol focus. As we are now in the height of summer, and hopefully everyone has been able to see a little bit of sun, with that, at times we know that sometimes we get a little too much sun. And with that, our biohydrating mineral mask is a beautiful sunburn relief. With that instant reduction of redness in the skin, it really helps to calm and soothe. I've also, as I have 4 children, and we are all very fair. We're in between that fits 1 and 2 wonderful category, and I have swimmers in my family, so at times, sometimes those shoulders will get a little bit burned. And the hydrating mineral mask, if you mix it with just a tiny bit of bio recovery balm, that combination works beautifully if someone is a little bit overexposed with their sun exposure. And so with that, it is a wonderful sunburn relief that you can apply or have your clients apply and just leave it on the skin. Do not remove it. And so this is where it works very, very well, especially if someone might have gotten a little bit too much sun directly under the eyes and on the nose. That is also a wonderful combination that they can use. Or you can just use your hydrating mineral mask, allow it to completely absorb into the skin, don't remove it, and then have them apply the bio recovery balm over the top. That works very, very nicely. As we're in, like I said, we're kind of in the height of summer right now. It also, with your post procedures, this is a beautiful finishing treatment. If you are performing microdermabrasion, if you are using a micro pen, this is where the mineral mask works very, very nicely as that finishing treatment. You can also use our biohydrating mineral mask as part of our green power delivery system. It is a very universal, as you're not utilizing any enzymes or acids. Mixing a little bit of green power with the mineral mask is a wonderful, nice, stimulating and exfoliating mask where they might get a little bit of flaking but not any heavy peeling. And finally, because of the high mineral content that we have within our mineral mask, that is where this mask also works beautifully with high conductivity if you are incorporating it in with your microcurrent or other electrical devices. One that I really like to incorporate with is if you are treating and looking to manage your higher grades of acne, usually your grades 3 and 4, where they're really red, really inflamed. You've just performed some extractions upon the client's still a little bit red, maybe a little bit inflamed. This is where the mineral mask works beautifully to apply to the skin, calm that redness down. And because it has the topical probiotics to help with balancing out that microbiome, it works so nicely to finish off with, for example, your Pro Light and your balancing lotion, and then perform your high frequency. And it works beautifully to help just take that redness instantly out of the skin. Same thing if you are dealing with rosacea, and we're working with rosacea. Once again, that mineral mask works beautifully to help take the redness out. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today with our mineral mask. Let's see if we have any questions. So this is actually, to my knowledge, this mask is available currently. So by way of incorporating it into your variety of back bar and your protocols, you have the ability to do so. You can use this mask directly after your chemical peels. You also can use it depending upon your micro pen. Most devices you have the ability to use it directly after as well. Keep in mind that if you are using a self-neutralizing pill such as a Jusner or TCA, or you're layering with the mineral retinol, I would not suggest this as a post mask, as obviously we want to leave those solutions alone so they can work their magic on the skin as needed. when looking at the mask, does it it will eventually dry, Madeline. Especially if you use a thinner layer, obviously it will, for the most part, it doesn't necessarily dry on the skin like a clay mask. It actually absorbs into the skin. So there really isn't a residue, like you see with your other masks. So when it's actually on the skin, once again, you don't need a lot, and that's where it basically absorbs into the skin. It does have a little bit more slip to it than the last formulation, so if you're wanting to kind of manually manipulate it into the skin, you have the ability to do so. Yes, you can use high frequency over this mask. It works very, very nicely and also encourages that conduction because of the mineral content in it. So it works really, really nicely. So the gold color that you see the mask with, the primary thing that you see that actually makes it look gold is the colloidal minerals, the colloidal gold and silver. The turmeric, though, due to its beautiful golden color, also contributes to the color that you see within the skin, or within the mask when applied to the skin. And let me see, making sure I have all of these. So the primary differences that you will see with this mask versus our other mask, that the primary thing that you want to remember is definitely additional brightening benefits, as well as that calming and soothing effect, where we've incorporated a lot more of those anti-inflammatory benefits and the topical probiotics. So our last formulation did not contain any topical probiotics, but this one does. So that's where it's really nice. And once again, you can utilize it for any skin type, and it really helps with, as I like to say, the redness rescue mask, where something happens and you're like, oh, I need to calm the skin down. So you put a cool barber towel on and take it off, and then apply your mineral mask, and it really helps to remove that the redness directly out of the skin. You can remove this mask just like any other gel mask you can use cleansing sponges. My personal preference is a barber towel, a cool barber towel, just because it gives your client just a little bit more of that pampering touch, and it enables them to kind of have that more of a cooling and calming effect to the skin. And let's make sure I have all the rest here. And just keep in mind that one attendee on our live webinar on their next purchase will receive a hydrating mineral mask. So we just do a drawing, random drawing, and whoever is there, then gives us, you will have that added to your next Lira order. So I'd like to once again thank everyone for joining us today. Please keep in mind that next month we will be covering cannabis and CBD and skincare. So make sure that you register for that presentation and that live webinar next month. Hopefully we will see some of you next weekend at the Face and Body Chicago show at the Rosemont Center. Lira will be presenting our hybrid peel technology class. The lovely Brenda Cumming, as well as myself, will be teaching that class the end of this month. So hopefully we will see some of you and stop by our booth at 1117. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. If you need to review any of this information, feel free to click on the link that will be directly emailed to you tomorrow or on our webinar. Thanks, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.